It's good.
You gonna talk to your people?
When the people come on.
Hello, everyone. So this is a tutorial on how to trim and clip your dead ends at home. You don't always have to go to a beautician to trim and clip your ends because sometimes, especially during the pandemic, we need to learn how to do those things ourselves. I've been doing mine myself for years, just out of necessity. I've had to do it, and so during the pandemic, it was perfect for me because I had to clip my own ends, especially if you have permed hair. So my mom has permed hair, and so she has to keep those ends clipped.
Or
And so,
relax, what they call it.
relax, yes. So that's correct. So just clipping her ends for her will save her from going to the beautician. What you doing?
So you can be back.
No, 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 no. We're keeping it the way it is. We'll keep her from going to the beautician. Every 2 weeks. Some people would be cashing out, going like, shout out to our beauticians though. But she don't have to spend money every 2 weeks going to the beautician to get her hair done. Uh, so yeah, how to maintain your hair yourself when you have to, especially during a pandemic. So basically, you guys can see this. I parted the hair in 4 sections, just like you're
They can see.
relaxing it.
You turn me around and turn me back around.
No,
So you can see the four
it's not
sections.
much. Mama, people know what 4 sections are.
Everybody
So
do.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4 sections. You part into 4 sections. You can see it. You good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then what you do is you just take small sections of hair, and I mean just like you're relaxing it, but you take small sections of hair, part it. I would say like 1 inch pieces of hair, and I'll show you a little small piece of hair. So like if you take um, a small piece of hair here, can you hold that, mama? Like an inch of hair, you just parting it like so, that much hair. And this is not actually styling. I usually go to the beautician, but this is just trimming and maintaining those ends. And so you just kind of slide that hair between your fingers, and you can literally see dead ends. And I'll show you guys the difference between the split ends and no split ends. So if you look at this hair here, you can literally see the split ends. You can see the dead ends. Okay, they're more brittle, broken off. Can you guys see that? If you're in the chat, just post for me. Just put in there that I can see it. If you guys can see these dead ends there. A lot of us, when we go to the beautician, we're worried that they cut too much hair. You see those dead ends there? So we're not cutting it in a style right now, but what we want to do is you want to take that hair and you want to snip off. That's the trimming. You want to snip off those dead ends. Why is it important to snip and cut dead ends? Because that's why they call them split ends. Because if you leave your hair split and brittle like that, it continues to break down the hair shaft. So if the ends are split here, it's going to continue to split open, and that's when your hair starts to fall out. It will split down your hair shaft. So you want to cut that stuff off at the end. This is the oldest hair. The hair at the bottom of the shaft is the oldest hair. So that stuff has to be trimmed and cut off in order to maintain the health of your hair. So, sorry, mom. All right, so I snipped those ends there, and you just keep going section by section. You flip that hair up there, You can clip it if you want. I don't have to clip it in this case. You take another piece of hair. And you can do this yourself. I do my own.
And it looked
Um,
beautiful.
Thank you. And so you can literally see those split ends there.
You talking about my hair?
You can see them, right? So you just want to take the scissors and you're not afraid. When you're doing it at home, you don't have to be afraid that somebody's going to cut too much of your hair. And you literally just snip the brittle parts of the hair. And look at the difference there. Look at the difference. Look at that. It's not that it's shorter, but look at that. Look at the difference. It's whole. You don't see, it's not like a broom anymore. Some pieces going there, some pieces going there.
You talking about my hair?
No, ma'am. Not at all.
So you said I wouldn't take care of my hair?
Um,
I wasn't. I answer for you. I was with my ponytail and that's it.
And ponytails will bring out hair as well. I'm not always the best with my hair. I know braids, sometimes can, after you get braids and you take them out, you have to clip your ends. And you see the brittle hair there, you want to snip that off. Just rub your hands through it, stop it at the whole part, and you just snip off the part that's unhealthy and broken. Keep your hair down, please. Thank you. Then you have the back here. And right when you're doing this, you're not worrying about
You need me to turn
mama.
so they
No,
can
no,
see?
no, 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 no. You're not worrying here about the length or the shape of the hair unless it's already cut into a style. You're not worried about that because this is not styling the hair. This is just trimming the ends. You can style and shape it
Should it be wet
after.
or it don't matter?
It can be wet, it can be dry. I like it the way it is now. It's semi dry. It's kind of,
Damp.
it's damp. Yes. And if you look at it, look at the difference. Like you could tell that it has a little bit more body. It doesn't feel dry or brittle. And then what you can do is I took those sections there, and what you see a lot of beauticians do when they start to shape the hair, they will now go the opposite direction and take pieces of hair, making sure that they didn't miss any dead ends there. And you can literally take it there. Sometimes you have beauticians that cut too much, they just go crazy. But it's just because the more hair you clip off, the more bouncy and healthy the hair is. And so sometimes cutting a little bit more is good for the hair. So if you look at this, you can literally just shave off the very tips there. Those tips tend to be dead, right?
They say be scissor happy.
Yes, yes, you have a lot of scissor happy beauticians, and I understand why. Just because it's easier to style hair that's newer. The older hair is tougher to style, just because it's just it's more brittle and fragile. So you can go and just shape. And so what I'm doing, I'm taking the opposite now. So at first I went from the bottom to the top with sections. Now I'm going from the left to the right in sections, just to make sure that I didn't miss any dead ends. And you can just literally take just the tips of that hair.
And they can see what you're doing and you doing it.
Yes, they can see what I'm doing, and I'm explaining it as I go. All right, so that section there is done. The ends look good. Look at that. Look at those ends. Look at that. You see, they look much better. Okay, so we could just clip this, wrap this part up.
You need a hair wrap?
No, we could just clip it and go to the next side. And you guys see that there's no perfection here. I'm not a professional skills or anything. This is just maintaining your hair, especially during the pandemic. How to maintain your ends during a pandemic.
Wait, hold on. You ain't got no license? You ain't
No,
got no beautician license?
no,
Hold
I do
on,
not.
dude.
I do not.
Hold on, dude. You in my head. Somebody called the Ghostbusters.
Have y'all ever seen people with their wraps, black women especially, with their hair hanging down, and you could tell that they are hanging on to every little inch of hair, and it's like one piece is hanging all the way down here, it's chest length, and the other piece is hanging up here by the neck, and but she hanging on to that one little long piece that's hanging somewhere. That's that's when your hair needs to be clipped. It doesn't look healthy. We ain't doing that no more. We are clipping these ends, keeping that hair looking healthy all the way around. You don't have to save every little inch of hair. Because when you clip it, you're gonna see the difference in the growth. And I'm gonna show you guys, let me show y'all a piece over here. I used to sit in a chair and I used to literally hear the snips of hair happening by the beautician, and I'd be like, "Did you really have to cut that much?"
Excuse me.
I'm showing them something.
Oh.
Okay, so if y'all look at that piece right there, look at that. Look at that. There's no life in that hair. It's broken. It's broken for sure. Right? You take that hair and you stop your fingers where it's whole. When you start seeing gaps, you cut. This is all healthy down here. It's strong, it's dark. When you start to those edges, it starts to look like a broom. It's dead. Cut it. And it's going to grow back healthier. And then you can also, you don't have to have a comb, you can also take your finger and part it into those 1 inch sections as well, especially if you're rushing. The more you do it, the easier it will become, and you won't need to do all the formalities, right? So I'm taking this piece, running my fingers through it, just looking for the health of the hair, right? You can see the broom right there. Y'all see that broom? That's that pandemic broom.
Why not the mop?
Look at that. You see how it's not filled in, it's not thick. You see that? Down here, how it's thicker, more supple, right? Rub your fingers through that on it, and you just clip.
My foot's starting to hurt.
Uh-oh. And you clip whatever's unhealthy. Clip that broom off. There you go. Clip the broom. And that's what y'all hearing the beautician do. And that's what I had to start to understand. Now, some beauticians, like I said, they will cut too far down the shaft and you'll walk out of there with 4 inches of hair gone. But I think that, with dead ends, especially if you're not walking around and it's been a year since you did anything to your hair, but I feel like, see, look at that. That's about 2 inches of hair
Couple of years.
That's dead.
Couple of years.
Yeah, that's about, look at that. You see how it's piecey and it's dicey and it's not whole, but it's whole and it's dark down here. Look at the bottom of my hand. It's dark down there. You come up here and it's dicey. You can see the difference between the healthy and the unhealthy hair. Look how it's falling over like that, right? So you just take that unhealthy part and don't be afraid. It's dead. Snip it off. There you go. All right, I'm gonna take another inch here. Your hair is not as bad as you think. You said it's been 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I guess.
All right, same thing here. Y'all see that? We're just gonna snip that unhealthy part there. It's not always even. Some pieces have more unhealthy, some have, less. You don't have to worry about the hair being even right now. You're not cutting it even. You're just cutting the snipping, trimming the dead ends off, and we will worry about the shape of the hair later. Oftentimes, I will clip my ends and I will go to the beautician to style the hair. But I will clip my ends at home so that I won't have to worry about them snipping so much. And when I go to the beautician, I let them know that my ends are already clipped. And they see that when a beautician can look at your hair, a woman can look at your hair and tell if it's been, maintained or not, if it's been clipped or not. And so you can let them know when you walk in the door that my ends are already clipped, trimmed, and I don't need any cutting. I just need styling and shaping. And that way you won't be hearing a bunch of snip, snip, snip. Mama, do you get anxiety when you hear people snipping your hair?
Yes.
Okay, most women feel anxiety when the scissors come out. So when you can maintain it at home, that anxiety is a little bit less. So now what I'm doing left to right. I did top to bottom, bottom to top, and now I'm doing left to right. And when you do top to bottom, it actually adds a really nice shape to the hair because it adds a little bit of like layering effect. If you would like, add a little bit. So if you flat iron it, you get a little bit of shape in there. But my mama, she not wearing. If I flat iron it, she ain't gonna wear it down. But
I do wear a couple days.
right, yeah. But sometimes flat iron it's you could do that for another style as well. You don't have to wear it.
You don't want to
Yeah.
flat iron it?
No, I will if you want me to.
Then I can wear my ponytail again.
As long as you
Well,
know, don't have the, you know, not pulling it tight where it's, pulling your ends, stressing the hair out. And let me tell y'all, I'm not the best at maintaining my hair. I want to get my hair cut so bad. I like to keep braids, but when you keep protective styles, when you keep braids, your hair has to be trimmed on a regular basis because braiding can break your hair off as well. So it's good when you have a braider who can style hair as well, because they will pay attention to your hair being broken off by the braids. So her hair is looking good already. Back here at the back, all of it is trimmed. I will let you guys start coming down and let you all see it. It's all trimmed. Hopefully we got some before and after because I think you guys saw before, but turn around, mama. So that's how it looks, all trimmed. If you look and see, the ends are fairly even and it's not broken off. You see? And it's that simple to keep your hair trimmed and um, taken care of at home where you don't have to have that anxiety of someone cutting your hair at the beauty salon. So my mom can get her hair done at Salon de Lana. All right. So I think that's it. That you don't want the video to be too long, so we can say bye.
it don't matter.
You don't want it to be that long. That's not good. Y'all leaving. I found somebody just left. My mama want to keep the video going, but I think that you all got the gist. Does anybody have any questions or anything? Was I wrong or right about anything? If you guys have any comments, put them down in the comment section. Make sure you guys subscribe and like her video. Subscribe and like, even leave a comment, leave a thumb up, or even if it's a thumb down, like just react to the video as well. Um, yeah, I hope I was able to teach somebody something that day. All right, y'all. So my hair is trimmed and flat ironed. It is not styled. I just clipped my ends and, uh, flat ironed it. The ends are, they're not any dead ends at all. I don't play those games, right? We don't need you combing out through your, you're not styling your hair right now. But if you look at the hair, you see how it's full all the way through.
You want to sit down so they can see your hair now?
No, ma'am. Full all the way through. And I clip those ends all the way off. We plays no split end games. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Peace. All right, mama, say bye.
Boy.